Shy. Welcome to my catastrophe that I call my YouTube channel. So
That's
this is
pretty
gonna
smooth.
be this is gonna be one of the segments that I'm gonna have on my channel where I talk to young entrepreneurs, young talented black, just excellence, Um, Also, along with hauls, DIYs, hair, makeup. I'm not licensed. So do not judge me when they do come out. It's a trial and error. All right, you're on my journey. But yeah, so we're here with the lovely Nye, activist, blogger, like
What
fashionista.
Don't I do, what don't I do?
Right.
Fashionista, I look crazy today. I don't look
Okay.
crazy. I'm free.
She representing though.
I'm
She
me.
representing.
You know, I got my brand on.
See?
I'm me. I'm free right now. Hair,
Right.
This is me.
I stand. So we're here with Nye today, and I heard you got your Black Diamond Award.
I did.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about that, like what it is, the organization that gave it to you, what it means to you.
So first things first, it came from R&B and Chill, which is an experience for people to see black excellence, black creative, black creatives, black artistry, to see what black businesses are bringing to the table, that whole aspect of it. It's run by Jamie and Tasia. They're the executives of everything. Amazing people. I love them. Like, absolutely love them. Like love them. So they had hit me up like, yo, you want to be a part of our lineup? This is the second year that they did it. Obviously, this is the first time it's virtual. COVID.
Right.
Do you want to be part of everything? I'm like, sure, I will. A few months after, they were just like, hey, so we decided that we're going to do an award segment. I'm like, cool. Let me know what you need from me.
Right.
And then a few days after that, Jamie had hit me up, or maybe it was probably the same day or something like that. He had hit me up and he was like, are you busy? And I was like, no. But like, I was on the 5 train in Brooklyn, going to Brooklyn. And he was like, are you busy? I'm like, no, but like, I am on the train. So if you're trying to call, you can't call me because like, I'm on the 5 in New York, so you're underground.
Right.
He's like, all right, I'll send the voice message in. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, don't worry about listening to it right now, but
When you get a
honestly, I'm like, okay. And when people say stuff like that for me, I'm automatically like, what the hell?
Right. Anxiety through the roof.
Right. I'm like, what the hell about to happen? They about to ask me to do some crazy shit.
Right.
They about to ask me to come out here and do a whole live performance. Y'all know I'm jack of all trades, but I ain't the most talented woman. So I'm like, they better have me come up here and sing. They better have me try to sing a song.
Right.
I ain't singing years. Like,
gotta warm up.
I was nervous. Like, so many thoughts are going through my head. And I finally listened to his voice message, and he was like, so we're gonna do this thing called the Black Diamond Award, and it's gonna be for someone who represents black excellence as a whole. And I'm sitting here like, oh, you want me to find somebody? Like,
Right.
And he's like, and we thought that the award should be given to you, and I was just like, oh, like, oh my God, whoa! But I'm on the train, I screamed, and like, in Connecticut, like if you're on the Metro North and you scream, like niggas is just gonna be like,
Okay.
crackhead. Like, sorry, crackhead. They're not gonna really worry about you, but in New York, like I screamed, she was like, it was a lady next to me. She was like, I was like, miss, I'm sorry. I got some really good news. She was like, nah, congratulations on whatever it is.
Right.
But I was ready. I'm my bad. Sis. Like, I'm sorry. I was excited. Doing the work to prepare for everything. Trying to get a speech together, which I suck at preparing speeches. I'm usually the person who like, here's your award and I'll talk, and I can give you a powerful speech. But I'm like,
when it comes to me,
you're just really, literally like I have to have that moment. Like I'm such a raw person. I have to give you emotion like in the midst of everything.
Right.
I was trying to prepare. I'm beating myself up about it. Obviously getting other awards in the process of everything. Getting other, doing other work, getting other promotions. Still, being myself. But I'm like, this is big for them, so I have to make it big too. So diligently working up until last Saturday, my family decided, like, we're going to go to dinner, and, my friends as well, like, we're going to go to dinner and celebrate what you got going on. And I'm like, okay, well, everybody wants to celebrate me, and that's something that I was working on with myself. I don't celebrate myself often, which I don't hold other people to a standard to celebrate me. So once I had declared, like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate everything that I do. The small successes will obviously make it'll become something bigger. So I'm like, okay, cool, like, this person wants to celebrate that person. Then when my family and my friends, like my family, when they were like, yo, we finna take you to dinner and celebrate, I was like,
I can't.
Get there Saturday, and all my friends had like showed up with gifts. Like everyone who were there, they showed up with gifts. And Jamie and Tasia were there. They're like, we got something for you. I'm thinking like, y'all don't know me, but I like little stuff. I like socks, mugs, bags.
When you reach the point of an adult.
Yeah, like stationery. Give me some pins. And they were like, oh, well, we decided that we're going to present your award to you. And I start crying. I'm like, okay, like, this is great.
Who's cutting onions in here?
Right. Like, and we were at the restaurant. I'm like, dang, like, chef, could you cool it down a little bit? Like, you got a young thug out here crying in front of these people. But it was amazing. I feel really good. For me, like I've said, you know, on my platform, 2020 wasn't a disaster for me. I did take L's. I do that column. I win in life regardless. That's how I look at things. It's a win-win. I either won because I got the victory or I won because I learned the lesson. I'm never too old to learn something. I do not know it all. So when I learn something, that's more under my belt. Cool, I'm keeping moving. So it's just like, bro, like, I didn't do all this work, like, you know, really, really crying and taking it all in. I'm like, bro, like, this is okay. Then I did all my election work, like I worked the polls, I did all that.
We did it, guys. We did it, Joe.
And for me, it was that election was personal. Like I needed to get Mr. Cheeto Puff out of there. And Biden Harris, I'm like, wait a minute, because we gotta have a black VP. So I went extra hard to make sure she had a seat at the table. And it was like in preparing, making sure that on the big scheme of things that she got in the White House. Jamie and Tasia were making way for me because she's the first black VP. And it's a woman. I'm the first recipient of this award. I'm black and I'm a woman. I was like, this is our year. Like we breaking barriers. We, you know, breaking generational curses. So I feel good. I do know that I did a lot of work already. But that just means I got a lot more work to do.
And it just means you can't stop. You know, just because you achieve something doesn't mean, you know, you stop making those goals for yourself.
Take a break, but don't stop.
But
yeah, no, I feel good.
All right. And congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, so I know you got a lot going on. You got your blog, Black Girl T, you got NAACP, you got, you know, Army and Chill, all of that stuff. So, like, what can we see in the future? Like, what's some projects, you know, you want to give a little exclusive?
You want an exclusive? First things first, like, I'm going to open up a church. Because I be preach night. No, I'm not going to open up a church. But, like, listen, it got to be Reverend. Because Pastor Dawkins don't sound right. It got to be Reverend. The Dr. Reverend Naomi Dawkins. I like how that sounds. It's real smooth.
So we'll be taking donations. Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal.
$ Naomi Dawkins.
I can't say my Cash App because y'all gonna laugh.
DAWKINS. Send me money. Anyway. Okay, what can we expect in 2021? Exactly what you expected from me this year. You never know. I come out on top.
All right.
I am working with 100 Girls Leading. I am serving on the board. So obviously amazing work from that nonprofit organization. Oh, greatness. I can't really
stay tuned.
I mean, y'all can some sweatshirts, you know. Not this one, because this is a custom for me.
Right.
But definitely the other sweatshirts that you've seen us wearing, you guys can order those. I'm not gonna tell you where yet, because I still have to get everything in order for that. But you can expect sweatshirts, maybe some mugs. Cheyenne good with ceramics, so maybe she's a I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, you can continue to expect greatness. I mean, I'll give you that as a given. I don't want to say anything and then
too much.
I have a loophole somewhere and I can't really do it. But the same greatness. Definitely working with R&B and Chill again next year. It's time to start prepping it. You know, we take a break.
Oh, and if you guys missed R&B and Chill,
yes,
link will be in my bio.
And if you guys follow me on social media, you can find it in my bio. I'm gonna keep it in my bios for a while. It's an amazing lineup, amazing show, amazing black artistry. Like it was just amazing all around. You guys should definitely tune in. But I don't want to say too much. I don't want to speak too early, you know? Because, you know, you start putting stuff out there and somebody always got to,
You want to manifest.
Right. And I'm not that person. I manifest privately. I work privately. I speak to God in public, and that's it. So,
I get you.
Expect greatness.
All right. So, you know, we got, like, what, a month or so left. 2020, the world might end. We never know at this point. But
if that is God's will, then that's what it is.
Right, right,
I mean,
right. So going forward, what advice would you give to other Black creatives, young entrepreneurs, anybody in 2021, since if they didn't take 2020 as a blessing in disguise? What would you say for them in 2021?
I think you guys have maybe like she said, a month, right? Left of 2020. You need to start doing whatever you want to do for 2021 now. Like, I don't understand why you have to wait till January 1st, 2021 to start manifesting things and putting things in order. Like, stop waiting. Do what you got to do now. That's number one. Do it with whoever is with you. Do it with passion and love in your heart. Keep going. The road will not always be easy. I know, like, for me, I juggle 1,001 things. It's not easy, but you have things in place with stuff like that. I think as Black people, we just really need to continue to work and lift each other up.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing is to do
So
what you need to
other.
do what you need to do for you, but also be a lending hand to someone else, because as much as I love Black Girl Tea, it's not just something that I'm doing for me.
Right.
And it's not gonna work if I'm always gonna tell you guys to be selfish with your time, be selfish with your resources, but don't be too selfish when you can't help someone else. You know?
Right.
So that's that.
If you got a friend that do nails, go get your nails done, girl, and don't be expecting discounts and stuff. If you're really gonna support somebody, support them wholeheartedly.
Let's dig into that. I'm all for supporting Black businesses. I'm all for supporting my friends.
Right.
But there's a spirit and there's regulations that we need to. I'm your friend. My friends know I'm your biggest supporter. You're gonna get a free promo and all of that, because that's what I do with Black Girl Tea. Now, when it comes time for me coming to actually support your business, don't have me sitting there for 4 hours because I'm your friend. I'm also not gonna expect a discount, because I'm your friend. Like, I'm genuinely supporting you, and I think as Black people, because I've noticed that this is something that the Black community struggles with, we just shit on each other. Like, oh, you're my friend, so you're gonna say, I'm not. Because
it's like everybody wants to get ahead of each other instead of just,
we could work together and be, like, first things first, I really don't care who make it first. Like, just as long as we all make it. And that's how I move with certain things. But if I'm sitting in a Black establishment and because I'm cool with y'all, you make me wait extra time because we just that cool with each other, I'm going to leave you and I'm going to go to the other person. The Asian woman to do my nails. Like, that's how I move. I don't expect a discount. I don't expect anything. I do expect for you. Wow, I just spit on myself. I do expect raw, super raw. Listen, I spit on myself, but you better not spit on me.
Right.
I do expect that because I am Black and because you are Black, that you give me stellar communication, because I understand what it is to be a Black woman trying. I know for me to speak to a white woman about my business, it would be hard, but as a Black person who understands it, and we all know the struggle, there's not one Black person that can say they don't understand the struggle of being Black. And if you are that Black person, more power to you. I'm glad you were able to have a privileged life, but we all understand it. I don't understand why we just can't communicate on the level. I can talk about this all day, but back to the advice aspect of things. Keep going. Don't ever give up because something, take a break. I'll tell my story, right? Started Black Girl Tea with someone. It got overwhelming for her. There were some things that she didn't really like. There was some other stuff that was happening. She decided she was going,
give up.
I took a minute. I was like, you know what? I'm done with Black Girl Tea. Someone with this clothes, I'd be like, you gotta keep going.
I was like,
so I jumped back in. Now
I was like, bro, nah.
You and I forgot who else. Someone was just like, you can't. Like, this is too dope. And I'm like, all right, like, y'all right. So I kept going. I had someone else helping me. They fucked up. I'm like, okay, cool. I got Shay. It's like, I gotta keep going. Now me and Shay are at a point where our schedules are not really, it's not where it's at, but I gotta keep going. Like, I have to, because I done made a commitment to y'all. Like, I give you, and I ain't the type to brag, but I give you guys A1 content. I give you raw footage of everyday life where people can relate to what I'm going through. People can relate to the conversation, and I'm breaking barriers of what I'm doing.
Link will also be in bio.
You might as well just tune in.
Right. Come on.
But I have a purpose, and I would have been selling myself short to just walk away from black women.
Right.
So I had to keep going. Roll with the punches. I'm a very resilient woman. But I had to roll with the punches. Because at the end of the day, that made me greater. Like, trying to figure out, like, okay, well,
it's going to be a lot of no's until you get that one yes.
Girl, and that one yes will be super powerful. And it's not, I'm not going to sit here and act like I had a bunch of no's because I was someone who was blessed. I didn't have too many no's. Whenever I really ask for something, I get what I want. But it was just like, just wait a minute. That's what it was for me. It wasn't no's for me. It was just wait a minute. God was like, yeah, you gonna get it just not right now.
Right.
And for me, that was like, all right, like you need to go hard, you need to go hard, you need to go hard, you need to go hard. I wasn't doing enough in certain aspects of life. I needed to pump it up, You know, I had to keep going. Now, if Shay can't do something, I can look at this person and be like, yo, I need a co-host real quick. Like, come jump on with me and do this with me. And they're like, all right, cool. Like, I got you. I needed to get more of a sense of community for myself before I can put that sense of community back into the community.
Right.
So it was like you gotta keep going, no matter what it is. Keep going. That's my advice to you guys. Keep going. Keep pushing. Know when to take your breaks because that's something I also had to learn on the
Mental health is important.
Mental health is super important, and how these things are happening to you makes a difference. I was someone who, like, I got my yes. I would never live in the moment. I would be like, hey, I need $4.1 million for X, Y, and Z, and the person would be like, here you go, and I'd be like, all right, boom, like, let me go, and people would be like, so wait a minute, because what the hell?
Right.
And I'd be like, girl, that's over and done with, but like, I really had to learn to live in the moment, like, I needed to bask in this yes. So that's something I'm also learning, is to bask in everything, which is why I am now a little bit more emotional with people. I had to learn to, like, wear your heart on your sleeve for a few minutes, not too long, not an hour, but 3 minutes. 3 minutes will do. But keep going and to know your worth. I think before you guys can do anything with anyone else, you have to understand your worth and know your worth and understand your purpose. Because you can't expect someone to know your worth and purpose if you don't know that shit.
Right.
You need to be able to check people when they're wrong. Like I'm sorry. You ain't finna shit on me. Like, I'm too dope for it. I'm too dope for your uncertainty.
Right.
I'm just like, no, I know my worth. And people, we play around, like, people in my friends group is like, oh, well, add your 6%, your tax.
Right.
Nah, bro, do you know who I am?
She just wanted to be like,
do you know who I am? Do you really know who I am?
Right.
Because it was 6%, but boy, it's 24% now.
Right.
So run me the bag or keep it pushing.
Right.
And that's how you have to look at things. It's okay to walk away from situations that are no longer suiting you. For women especially, sometimes women feel like we have to stay in a situation because it's the right thing for a woman to do is to stay and figure it out.
Right.
I'm done figuring stuff out for people. If it's not suiting me, if I'm not figuring it out for me, I'm not staying.
Right.
Adios. That's with the job. That's with a man. That's with my mama. That's with her. If she can't figure it out. Bye, Cheyenne. I love you so much, but I love me so much more that I'm not gonna dumb down my life for you.
Yeah.
It's not. I love you, but if I gotta walk away, I gotta.
Right.
We got time.
I don't want it to be too late for the rest of you.
Right. But like, just know your worth. I think knowing your purpose and your worth is what will get you everything else that you need. And
I definitely feel like as black women, we definitely stay in situations too long that damage us. And it's like, yo, when it's plain and simple and black and white, if somebody's showing them your true colors, don't try to paint them a different way.
My fact is, you know what? Sometimes you don't really know if this is a person's true colors. Because I will say, I'm gonna come out business, right? So there's an individual has a really tough time, like, communicating and expressing himself. I'm friends with him, but sometimes the lack of communication on his part affects me.
Right.
And it's not because I'm questioning where I stand with this individual, but I'm questioning what the hell is going on. Like, do you not care about my feelings enough to communicate that with me?
Right.
Because sometimes, like, you moving shifty. In aspects of me, I think like he's moving shifty, but you're really going through something. But you're not telling me that you're going through something.
Right.
I'm not a mind reader. And sometimes we'll say like we'll stick around because you want to be there for someone, but it's also like, bro, you're not even.
I feel like a lot of people do that same thing too, where they don't communicate effectively. It's like, yo, you need to tell me, because people are not mind readers. You need to tell somebody, listen, I feel this way. I don't like when you do this. It makes me feel like this. And if you're listening to somebody telling you that, because you're on the other end of it, don't invalidate their feelings.
Right. And that's something that's really big. People need to validate other people's feelings.
Right.
And I think if it's like, if if you feel like, okay, if I feel that you hurt my feelings and it didn't come off as that, I think you have the right to say you're taking it the wrong way because that's not what I meant. To then say you're overreacting to something.
Right.
You know, I think that the way we use our words sometimes, because if I stop talking to you randomly for 3 weeks and you come to me and be like, oh, I don't want to be your friend because you left me in the dust. I'm like, bro, I didn't even leave you in the dust. I was really just dealing with something.
Right.
And your feelings are hurt. I can't say like you're wrong for being hurt because I can understand. Like I understand with the position I put you in. We don't validate. It's like, okay, I didn't mean to shit on you, but I did, and I told you I didn't mean it. So you need to like, oh, this is fine.
I'm sorry for the noise. Wrong footage,
but no, like I can't tell you that you're wrong for feeling like I shitted on you,
right?
Because I didn't mean it in that manner. And
right.
I think once you say, you know what, nah, I get it. Like you are going through something. I would never tell you that you're overreacting for me going through something. You know what I'm saying? But it's just y'all. It's how y'all think.
Right.
Like, right. That really be it for me. Like I'll be like, oh my god, this man is so attractive, and as soon as he talk, you're blocked.
You're cute, but that's
you're just
about
it for me.
That's about it.
Right, and I think y'all don't understand. No, never mind. Okay.
I was about to switch this conversation again, but that'll be another segment. We're gonna have girl time, girl talk, you know.
Right.
But
just call me, girl.
But yeah, going on with advice, you know.
Yeah, just know your worth. Set things in place. Know the difference between lowering your standards and letting down your guard.
Right.
That's something that we're currently talking about on my podcast. Like,
tune in.
With dating and just things in life, like there's a difference between setting a standard and letting down your guard, and lowering your standard to adhere to someone else. And I feel like women, I'm gonna talk to the ladies. We lower our standards sometimes because we don't want to be lonely, or because we feel like maybe we're being too hard on ourselves or to the other person. In all actuality, and this is something on the Zoom party that we had for this month, we were talking about, like, if I'll give you the example of Crayola crayons. Like for me, don't come to my house with rose art crayons because I don't like that.
Right.
I like Crayola crayons. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk to you and I tell you that this is what my standard is, now I'm not saying that I will never accept your rose art. If you can only afford rose art, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to color with it.
Right.
Because I got my own. But, like, understand that is my standard. Now, me letting down my guard and saying, I'll test out your little rose art, that was cheap test. Me letting that guard down and stuff like that, I think that's the difference. You need to learn the difference before. You really just, all actuality, you need to work on yourself for you before you try to work on yourself for somebody else.
Right.
And that is with everything. Before you try to work on yourself with the job, the man, the woman, the podcast, the career, like whatever it is, you need to know you, work on you, and hold you to your highest standard before you can try to do any other exchanges or whatever it is with anyone else.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's nothing but facts, man. All right, so I just want to thank you for coming on to my catastrophe. Again, link will be in bio.
Make sure y'all follow me.
R&B and Chill. Her Insta. You want to see it?
I got mad Instagrams. Which one do you want me to give these people?
Whatever one you want to give out, baby.
All right, so my blog is _blackgirlt.
Got that.
All right. All right, cool. And then my personal is OMI_ONAI. Omeonai, right? All right. Then the other one is Styled by Nine. I think it's just Styled by Nine.
Okay.
She'll link them all. Y'all can find them.
Right. It'll be in the link.
I was just giving y'all a minute to catch up. Like, some people watch videos from their phone and then they got their little iPad. Maybe it's just me because I got multiple devices.
Everybody can't get like you.
I'm sorry. Listen. I try to keep multiple devices, but it is what it is.
Right. But thank you. Thank you for coming again.
You're welcome.
Congratulations again.
Thanks.
More content coming soon. I will try to put it on a schedule, but it's 2 jobs shorty.
Listen.
So we'll
pace yourself with all your jobs.
Right. But this is definitely something, that that's some advice I could give out too. If you're gonna do something, you've been talking about doing something, do it. Don't think about it too much, just do it. Because I've been wanting to make a YouTube since I was in middle school. And I'm just not making it this is a big step for me personally. But yeah,
I just want to say thanks for letting me come in your space. An exclusive for me.
For me? Exclusive.
This is the first one too. I think it's pretty cool.
Right.
it's cool for many reasons. It's cool because we're friends.
Mm.
We get to see each other like on a personal level, succeed in life, but on a business level as well.
Right.
But in a worldview of things, you get to see two women collaborating, and it's not a
Black
competition.
excellence.
You know what I'm saying?
And there will be more on this
Listen.
More. There will be more on this YouTube channel. Just wait.
Tune in. Don't just watch this one because I'm here. And
Subscribe.
Yes.
You know, if you want to follow me on my social network,
I feel like I'm about to make you a theme song. I'm about to become a producer.
So we'll see that.
Ding, 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 ding,
Remember,
ding.
you heard she's being recorded.
I am being recorded.
That.
Listen, I didn't say it was gonna be in 2020. I said I was gonna become a producer. Like y'all gotta give me.
See, look. Yes, but
It's not. I didn't say it wasn't gonna happen.
you just don't know when.
I got a lot on my plate. You know,
I
100 girls leading.
Nah, I got
NAACP.
you. But you know
You
what?
can hold me to my standard. Like you gonna. It's not probably gonna be the best theme song y'all heard, but I will put my effort in.
We'll discuss it
You
after.
already said. You already holding me accountable.
We can't disclose too much.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a bop. It's gonna be a Hot 97 every day. That's my word.
But thank
Like
you. Like, share,
Bye.
subscribe, comment what you want to see.
Y'all are nice for watching this.
Right.